As any fan of Super Rugby will know, the Cheifs, who we've been following throughout the 2014 season, have failed to make the semi-finals of the competition. These teams are involved in these next couple of games, have made it, and although, well, for us the Cheifs made that semi-final match, we will be following the actual matches for these final 2 rounds, and then we may revisit and see how the Cheifs will go if they could have passed that fateful night against the Brumbies. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the 2014 Super Rugby season, where we are having a look here at the actual semi-finals for the 2014 Super Rugby competition. The first semi-final of that weekend was the Crusaders up against the Sharks, and this was a match that was going to decide really whether the top South African team or the top New Zealand team would be moving on to the final. It had a little bit of decision making as far as where the final would be played, but the real big decision on that will be in the second semi-final between the Brumbies and the Waratahs. As for now though, we will see which of these two sides make it through, and the Crusaders, as they lined up on that fateful night, are a bit like this, with big time changes and big decisions too, with Carter playing at number 12 and keeping Slade at 10. It's a bit of a catch-22 that with Carter. Slade has been playing quite well this season. Can you leave him out? How do you manage that? McCall playing on the blind side, leaving Todd to take care of the duties on the open side. It is an extremely strong Crusaders side, and they'll be tough to beat here at home at AMI Stadium. The team that has been given the task of doing that is the Sharks from South Africa, and you can't say much more than you do for the Crusaders for these guys. A top talented side, full of Springbok players. You look at the front row with the Duplessis in there, and the back row with Kankowski and Courtzy, who's been fantastic in these last few weeks. The back line, Lambie, and it's got Francois Steyn in there as well, JP Peterson and Volvo. It is star-studded South African players throughout the lineup. The Sharks, though, have a very tough ask to beat the Crusaders at home, but we know if these South African teams turn up and decide to put the travel behind them, they can be a very tough ask. Let's get down to the match. We're about ready to kick off. It is the South African Conference winner and the only qualifying South African side into these semi-finals, up against the New Zealand Conference winners, the Crusaders. We are all about to set underway here, and it will be Daniel Carter to kick off. Crusaders in their red and black, the Sharks in the straight black. As the ref checks, both sides are ready, blows his whistle, and we are underway. Semi-final 1 of the Super Rugby playoffs is underway, and Bird takes the kickoff down and he threads it through the back line. Slade giving it to Carter, and straight away the Crusaders are breaking out through Flynn, finding Ndolo. Now a big chance to kick us off, and Ndolo, he fends away one man but gets taken from the second line of defence as the Crusaders struggle to get this ball, and they lose it out inside the 22 of the Sharks. Lambie's knocked it on, and it's picked up from McCaw, and we are going to surely go back here. The knock on against Lambie. Well, he didn't see all those Crusaders players rushing up on him.
Crouch.
And as McCaw tried to look to the backs, they just went into possession of Peterson. And it is a scrum feed for the Crusaders. Ellis puts it, and it's just 10 metres out here from the Sharks line. What have they got in the way? Oh, they might not have much, because the Sharks put in a huge shove right at the end, and a big pass wide to Steyn. Finds on Volvo, and Carter takes down him first time. Second line of defence, and Crotty comes in. Now Carter's got an overlap for Colin Slade. Slade for the corner, and a try to the Crusaders. They open things up, completely turning over their own lost scrum, and they take the early lead, 5-0. But they did that very, very hard way. Volvo got the ball. Crotty just crunched him after Carter put him off balance. And then the offload, Crotty to Carter, and then Slade finishes the job without too much problems. And the 10-12 combination, Carter and Slade working well. Crotty with the turnover, and still did not need his winger out there. Fonatia waiting, unrequired. And the Crusaders hit first here at home at AMI Stadium. Have they got what it takes here to complete this matchup? Early points for the Crusaders will really hurt the Sharks. You can guarantee that their confidence will take a big hit every time that scoreboard ticks over. And there's another 2 points, courtesy of the boot from Dan Carter. And it's the Crusaders leading 7-0. So it was a mistake by that man, Pat Lambie. Gave the Crusaders the opportunity, and he'll be kicking off. Won't do his confidence any good as McCaw offloads to Flynn, finds Reid. Oh, somehow got that out to Ndolo, and a high shot on the winger, and he will just sit that down and let his big decision makers decide. But there we go, du Plessis, the guilty one on that occasion, as we see quite often from him. But Daniel Carter will put it onto his left boot and thumps it up to the 22. And a good kick from Carter. And the Crusaders are right back in attacking territory now. They lead by 7. They have the line out just outside the Sharks' 22. What have they got in store? Flynn goes to Bird, and Ellis feeds it through to Todd, who hits it up. Slade running a second attack, and Crotty! Brilliant ball through for Crotty. He looks outside, he's got McCaw. McCaw's got Fonatia. Fonatia steps and gets slowly dragged down from his opposite. Good tackle from Involvo. And look at this from the Sharks. They turn the ball over, and it goes to du Plessis. Yanni du Plessis takes it up 10 metres. Good run there from the big prop. And this will set it up here for, hopefully, for the Sharks, the second phase attack. And now it's been knocked on again from Lambie. Bird goes to Crotty. The crew to Whitelock. Carter splits him. Oh, he's messed that up. He's given it to Ndolo too early, and it's just about cost them. Here's Ellis. He looks left. Oh, he's messed it up again, and Crotty's pass goes into touch. Oh, a comedy of errors here from the Crusaders. Should be leading 12-0. Well, not often you see that from this Canterbury side, to make mistakes like that. Carter feeding the pass too early. It all come unstuck as the line out comes down for the Sharks. And this time it goes to Marius, who finally gets a kick away for the Sharks. And Dag waits for it at the back. Dag has a handy boot on him. He chooses to use it. Goes for the corner. No one's home for the Sharks. And eventually Involvo gets it in touch. Oh, that's a big call from the sideline. Peterson's shaking his head. And the Crusaders have been gifted a line out here. Involvo put a foot in touch. It goes to the front. Bird and Ellis flicks it through to Ndolo. And he charges straight at the line. Crusaders set it up. Todd goes to Carter. Oh, there's a man offside here. Ellis is out on the wing by himself. Runs through the defence. It was a bit of a messed up move there from the Crusaders. Here's, again, Todd going to Carter. He lines up a drop goal. It's win at all costs. And he nails the 3 points. Daniel Carter adds 3 to the Crusaders' score. They know that they only need to win here. There's no chance. There's no need to go for 4 tries. It's not going to help you out at all. The bonus point is gone. The segment of bonus points is out of here. It is just win at all costs. It's do or die. And the Crusaders, well, they're happy just to accumulate points. The kickoff goes to Franks, who is out. And what was going on there with the kickoff from Lambie? Punted into touch. And, well, you wouldn't complain here being the Crusaders. I'll take a scrum feed on halfway. Lambie is having a match to absolutely forget. It's been an absolute shocker. Reid picks up from the base of the scrum, gives it to Ellis. Ellis beautifully just about got away. Fonatia still waits for a real opportunity as the Crusaders struggle to lose the ball, and they have. It's back. Now it's going for Stain. Release. It's taken down. Crusaders pile into the ruck, but they won't get the ball.
Advantage.
It's a short run. There's an offside man here against the Sharks. Get a penalty. Advantage quickly over as Involvo makes his way over halfway. The Crusaders dedicate numbers, and they get the ball back. Oh, that is disappointing. Dag goes to Carter. Big pass wide from Ndolo, who gets the big feet running upfield. Half-time goes. The Crusaders would love one more score here. Here's Flynn. Goes to a bit of a run himself. Finds Crotty, who gets sandwiched between a couple of Sharks defenders. Stall ball here for the Crusaders. It's slow and coming, but Ellis gets it eventually. Big pass wide, finds Flynn again, who's happy to run it. Now to Fonatia, going for the corner. Kieran Fonatia, hammered there. Good tackle from Marius. Once again, he's on the ball. So Crusaders very slow to reach that side of the park. Flynn! Oh, and Flynn's knocked it on. Wow, that was a big opportunity. And now the Sharks through Kankowski. Surely will want to throw this out. Crotty! He won't get it. There was no advantage played there for the Sharks. And Ryan Crotty has just been, well, he's just lost a try. He's had a try stolen from his grasp. He has been robbed. That's the word I'm looking for. Robbed of a try. And the Crusaders will head to the shed to a 10-0 lead. Not as convincing as they probably would like when they look at the stats here. Possession 81%, territory 72. So they've done a very good job of the territory game. Kick for touch, and have looked right on top of these Sharks. The drop goal helped to get the lead out over 7. And it is the Sharks who have made the mistakes of the high tackles, giving away field territory when they really needed it the most. Handling errors 5-3. Both teams guilty of a lot of mistakes. Plenty of scrums, and the Sharks have showed that they are very capable when it comes to the scrummaging side of things. They have a very good forward pack, but they just have not been able to demonstrate just what they are capable of just yet. They still have 40 minutes though, and this game is still very much in the air. The Sharks just need to be the first team to score. They need to score in the next 20 minutes, and they need to be within a try score of the Crusaders to stay in this match in the last 20 minutes. Can they keep that up? Will they be able to survive this last 40, or will the Crusaders scamper away with this match? Let's check out the second half and see who will be representing New Zealand or South Africa in the Super Rugby Grand Final. Lambie has had a first half to forget, and he'll resume the game here. He'll kick off, and he goes high, deep into Crusaders territory. McCaw plucks it out of the sky, and Flynn gets another run of the ball. He finds Slade, and Slade just goes straight into the tackle. His big forwards get in behind him and support him. And he takes it in. Ellis finds Carter. There's a Sharks player offside on his face. He doesn't mind him. He thumps it downfield over the head of Marius, who runs big, but Carter is streaming upfield. But the fullback returns his kick. Straight down to Reed. Reed offloads to Slade. Slade's going to look to play a bit of territory of Fonatia. Oh, but a brilliant read of the game there from Marius. Has just plucked that kick and given the ball straight back. But Ellis through the middle. Has he got the pace? He's running away from Lambie. He will have the legs. Marius comes across. It's too little too late. The Sharks concede another try, and the Crusaders are looking odds on here to go to the grand final. Well, it was a kicking duel, and Andy Ellis just saw offside players. The ref was yelling at them. Did not matter. And Andy Ellis streams on through the middle. No one in his way. But what a kicking duel that was. What a spiral punt from the fullback. And Lambie just proves he is having a real shocker. Unable to catch Ellis, which I would have thought would have been easy. Andy Ellis is not the quickest man on the park, but boy, he showed plenty of go on that one. And got his team that second try. Carter. Oh, a chance to make it 17. Oh, he's put that one wide. Carter misses an easy one, a gimme for a man of his talents. And the score will remain at 15-0. The Sharks here sinking without a trace. What have they got in the tank here, the Sharks? They've made the long trip over to New Zealand. They can't leave with nothing. The grand final spot at stake. The kick is left to bounce. It's picked up beautifully from Alberts. And he goes straight through the middle of the Crusaders' defence. First real attacking chance the Sharks have had. Comes back. Renard goes to Lambie. He's going to try and run it. Turns around the corner. Dysel. Oh, good run here. Giving Peterson the chance. Back inside he goes. And the tweet hits the deck. Well, to run, Crockett made that initial tackle. The big prop getting the ankle tap on the flying South African winger, Peterson.
Release.
They're just 5 out. Sharks with a big chance. Lambie offloads beautifully. They cut it back the other way. And nice tackle. Takes the man to ground.
Release.
And Dyson can't get any breaks at the moment. The Sharks are struggling. Kankowski. Left for Alberts. Lambie back inside. This time will score. That is what it's about for the Sharks. They've got themselves back in the game. The back pass back in towards traffic has worked for them after they did it 2 or 3 times. And it is Kankowski, the man who benefits from it. Here we'll see it. It went to Alberts. And Lambie, it was Lambie. Just slid it back in field. The defence was shifting to the left side. He switched it back to the man running to the right-hand corner again. And he got that finish. There we go, just slices the defence in half. And a good try. A rare attacking chance we've seen from the Sharks tonight. What have they got for this final passage of the game? They still need to score twice. But they still have 23 minutes. Kick from Lambie is perfect. And it's a valuable 2 points for the Sharks, who, well, they can't count themselves out just yet. That was an easy try for them in the end. The back pass in was definitely on, and it's got them back in this match. Carter will kick off. They're happy to kill time here, the Crusaders, as Carter kicks it long and deep down into Sharks territory. Oh, that held up very well, and in fact it was overrun from Fonatia. As is Bismarck du Plessis, who takes it back for the Sharks. Retains the ball. Here's Renard, man offside for the Crusaders. Running back, Todd. Can't get the man there, and they spin it all the way to the right. It's Jordan who gets hammered. Oh, big smashing tackle on Paul Jordan. Boy, that was class. On defence from the Crusaders. Showing how good they are, not just in attack, but in defence now as well. Flynn gives it to Bird as Ellis through the middle he goes. Slides through one tackle, taken in the second. That was a sneaky play, it's costing the ball though. And du Plessis feeds it away to Kankowski, who offloads in the tackle nicely. Du Plessis gives it inside now. It's Stain going back again to Tugani du Plessis.
Release.
Finally goes to ground. Oh, the Crusaders might get this back again, and they do through Reed. Oh, and Reed is hammered back on top of the ruck. And it's Slade. Goes left to Carter, who's looking like drop goal number 2 for Carter. And is that over? It is over. That was very close to the uprights. The ref has called it a successful drop goal. But I'm not sure myself. Oh, not the best angle to replay that, but the ref says it's over. That is counted. And that just makes things a little bit harder here for the Sharks. They trail by 11. It's still 2 scoring plays as McCaw takes a kick off and feeds it to Whitelock, who spreads it to Carter, and Carter cuts him in half. He's looking for the corner. Oh, and a really bad tackle from Marius at the back. He just takes him high around the head. Took him down, that's for sure. And the Crusaders, well, they're going to line up a shot at goal here. Wow, this is 55 metres. Right out in front. It's going to be a big ask here. But Carter happy to wind down the clock. See what he can do with this effort. Here it comes. Straight in front. The kick is very straight. The touch judges are running back to their spots before the ball even reached the post. As here come the Sharks. Counter-attacking. And Volvo comes up against Dag, and Dag takes him to ground. Right on halfway. The Sharks back up to where the kick was taken. No advantage for the Crusaders there as Lambie goes inside. Good offloading here. Nice hit of du Plessis. And he's running away from the defence. And Dolo comes across. It's going to be Ellis on Stain. It's going to be number 2 for Stain. And the Sharks are back in this fixture with a couple to go. Great support work from the Sharks. Francois Stain gets the try in the end. But how about that break from Bismarck du Plessis straight down the heart of the defence, and Dolo had to scream across and take him out. That left his side undefended. Ellis tried to cover it, but Francois Steyn showed enough speed and pace to get through. There was a poor attempt from Bird. In the end, it was Reid that took out the rampaging du Plessis. A great support from Steyn. That puts the Sharks back in the match. Lambie. Well, this will be an important kick here in the context of this game. The lead is 6. Conversion attempt is good. Straight down the middle. And that try was all down to a counter-attack from that missed penalty by Carter. And now we have a 4-point game. It's 14-18. Wow, can you believe it's got this close? The Crusaders could be on the receiving end of this result if they concede one more try as the kickoff is deep down into Sharks territory.
Release.
And they take it on the 22. They'll set it up. Renard goes to Volvo. Time is up.
Advantage.
The Crusaders just need the ball, and a big high shot from Slade. Oh, that is a nasty high tackle. Started around the chest, around the shoulders, but very quickly slid up. There you see it all. And the momentum of the run from Lambie just took him out. They can't kick for touch here. The Sharks, Lambie will tap it and Lambie will go. He finds his scrum half, who finds Francois Steyn. And here come the Sharks through Peterson. This is amazing work so far. Renard gets the ball back. He finds Jordan, who goes to Peterson, who's in touch. And that is all over. The Crusaders are going to the grand final for 2014. They're the team you expect to see there every year, but it's just not that simple all the time. The Sharks proved just how good they can be. Had they had a home semi-final, things could have been very different tonight. The South African crowd could have turned the tide in their favour and given them that extra 4 or 5 points that they required. The Crusaders had enough in the tank in the end, and you probably go back and say that the drop goals from Carter is what won them the match. 18-14, the final score, with Allison Slade 1 try apiece, Carter 1 conversion and 2 drop goals. Ultimately, the winning of that game was the 2 drop goals. Kankowski and Francois Steyn getting the tries for the Sharks, and Lambie 2 from 2 from the kicking team. The full-time stats, well, a big change from halftime where the Crusaders were dominating with 80 and 70% of possession and territory. Now the Sharks pull it back to about even, 52% of possession for the Sharks and 47 territory. As for line breaks, the Crusaders led that all along 8-5, and the handling errors were pretty much dead even. It was the drop goals that featured there is proving to be the big difference. And that is me for today. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be seeing the Crusaders in the grand final next time. We'll have the other semi-final, the Waratahs and the Brumbies, coming up very soon. And then, of course, the big final, the big one. The Crusaders versus who? Stick around and stay tuned to next time to find out. And I'll see you all there. Until then, take care.